What's going on, guys? My name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new World of Tanks SuperTest preview video. And today we have the Udes 3 Alt 3, an upcoming tier 9 medium tank of the Swedish tech line. As of now, we don't know what is going to happen with this vehicle, what it is going to be. I have two major guesses. It could be that this tank is also going to be a frontline Steel Hunt reward, because for the upcoming year apparently Wargaming wants to do a unified progression system for rewards for frontline and Steel Hunters, so you can play both things and get the rewards, or you can just play one if you don't like the other and get the rewards. So that is interesting, and I'm going to talk about this in a different video where we have a look at the end of the year question and answers, where they answer such questions. But yeah, it could be a reward for that. It could also be a reward tank for a new missions like new campaign. I don't know why they would do that. It could be, but who knows? Like, this is my worst guess compared to the others, but we'll see. Now, let's jump into the stats. Interestingly enough, it only has a 360 alpha gun and not a 391 compared to its counterpart, the Udes 16. 252mm of penetration and 284mm of premium penetration are okay. They're not stellar, like especially the premium round penetration, but it's okay. 10.2 seconds reload time, that sounded quite long at first glance, and it also is, but comparing it to the normal Udes, the Udes 16, not the Udes 03 here, but the Udes 16 over here with its standard equipment with nothing else and just a normal gun, it has a DPM of 2000 if we round it up. The other guy doesn't really have that. It has this 5.88 seconds, 5.88 shots per minute times 360 is a DPM of 2117. So the new Udes actually has a better DPM, even though it has a worse alpha. That is pretty interesting. The aim time is, the accuracy is also the same as the normal Udes, and that is good on paper, but it depends on the soft stats during traversing and turret. That is very important, because the Swedish mediums are known to be very inaccurate on the move, and it's kind of annoying here and there. 1.9 seconds aim time is pretty swift, and is also a step up compared to this bad boys over here with 2.21 seconds. Turret traverse, 30 degrees, totally legit. 7 degrees of gun depression, 15 degrees of gun elevation are two very good values. However, this goes down all the way to -13 because of its hydropneumatic suspension. And lastly, this tank has 40 rounds. That's also pretty good. Now, the other thing we have is top speed. It's 50 kph, 20 kph backward speed. Those are okay values, like, they're fine. 18 HP per ton ratio is also not too bad. However, it is worse than what a fully built out Udes would be able to get. The Udes 16 over here can get around 20 with modules in it. So yeah, it will be a little bit more sluggish than the Udes 16 most likely. 44 degrees of gun hull traverse speed, that's also pretty okay. It's pretty okay. Hit points, and here comes the big difference compared to the normal Udes 16. 1600 hit points, that's almost the same. However, the whole arm is only 35mm. That is a step down from the 40mm of what this tank right here has. It is important to note that this guy has 45, not 40, and only on those plates. The other plates, I think, only have 40mm of 35. I think it's 40. But it's important to note that on those plates, with the 45mm of armor, this tank can bounce even 122mm rounds because of ricocheting or of overmatch mechanics. This tank over here can't even bounce 120mm rounds because it's only 35mm thick, meaning everything below the 105mm threshold he can bounce on his upper front plate. But everything else, not so much. Also, as you might see, the turret over here on the Udes 16 is very in a very acute angle. This also leads to that this is very good for bouncing. I tested it quite extensively. This tank over here is only 66 millimeters of turret armor, and when we once again look at the pictures, you can see it's a more traditional turret. It has the gun mantlet and some angles, but those angles don't look thick. So I'm a little bit on the fence about this. I don't think it will be very, very good at bouncing. Sure, this one isn't good at bouncing either, but at least it can bounce some stuff. This one, not so much. I do think that this one will have quite its big issues. Also, don't forget, lower plate is burning galore, because you are able to burn the enemy quite easily, which is a little bit annoying. Lastly, view range, 380 meters. It's okay. You can work with it, but it's not that good. Comparing it to the Udes 16 now, I think that the Udes Alt 3 will be, how should we say, the more consistent sniper tank out there, the most consistent support vehicle. But the Udes 16 will be easier to play because it's more bouncy and has more view range and a higher alpha. It looks interesting. I look forward to it because it also looks really, really good, the tank itself. However, this doesn't look good. Come on, mates. Tank tracks which vanish into the ground. What year is this? 2007? But yeah, that's Udes 03 Alt 3. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit shorter than usual. Let me know what you think about that. And I'll see you in a different video. Cheers, guys. See ya.